Are you going through life pretending to be someone else? Well, let's talk about that. Hello. I'm Reverend Sharon Renae, and welcome to this week's Sunday Inspiration presented by Spiritually Centered. And today I want to talk about how hard it is sometimes being true to yourself. And how can we honor that? How can we really honor who we are? And sometimes we are told as a child, don't be like that. Shh, don't tell people. Don't act like that. Don't be that. We're often told who we can be, what we should be, what the right rules are. And what if we threw all those rules away and we just allowed ourselves to be who we genuinely are, right? And it's like if you've always wanted to be an artist, what if you just gave yourself the space to be the artist? What if you didn't want to work for other people and you just wanted to work for yourself? What if you gave way to that? What if you just said, who am I and who do I want to be? What if you did that? And we have a hard time following that intuitive voice because that intuitive voice is telling us who we are, but we fight it. Not necessarily because we want to, but because we feel like we have to in order for everybody else to accept us. I mean, here I am. I'm a unity minister. That's easy to tell the world. I am a unity minister. I am a minister. But take me back to the other part of my life and who I've been for all of my life with that of saying, I am a medium. I am an intuitive. I am a psychic. Do you think I just would walk into Walmart and somebody say, what do you do for a living? And I go, oh, I'm a medium, right? Because there's like, ooh, taboo. And what people are going to judge you and you can't be that. And they're going to want to pray for you and they're going to tell you how you're bad and how you're evil. Any of you dealt with that? Because I can tell you there is a whole community that deals with that. It's called the LGBTQIA community. And there's a big push to undo the acceptance of that. And right now in Kansas, there's this big thing about taking the licenses away because they don't identify with the body that they were born into. But let me tell you something about this group, the LGBTQIA community. They're the people that we can look to follow our intuition because they are being true to their divine self. And they are not broken regardless of how others are trying to meld them into being. So if you're in that community or you have family in that community, they're not broken. They are being true to their identity. And do you think that God would give them that identity for it to not be who they are? But they're teaching us so much. And that's the thing is that if I step into ownership of I am a medium, hello world, that's what I do. I am a medium. I'm being true to me. I'm utilizing the gifts that Spirit has given me. I'm utilizing who I am. If I proclaim that I'm an artist, I am stepping into the truth of who I am without judgment, without thinking I'm not quite good enough. And so for any of us that maybe think that we can't be who we are, look to those around you, those that are being strong and taking ownership for who they are, for what they're doing, and that they love themselves more because they are aligning to their divinity as opposed to fighting it. And what if we did the same? What if we use those wonderful examples for us to be in alignment to our divinity? Be true to you. It's not what your mother said you should be. It's not who your father said you should be. It's not who your teacher said you could be. Be who you are, because the more that we allow ourselves to be that, we know that we're creative manifestors and that we can create a better world by us being true to our identity, to that wonderful divine spark in ourselves, about being true and upholding that truth. And where do you argue with that within yourselves? Why don't you allow yourself to be true to who you are? Because I don't know what other people would think about it. I don't know how they might chastise me. I don't know if everybody'd be accepting. I don't know if everybody would support me, because I don't want to work and do this thing that's giving me ulcers anymore. I want to do something else. But yet, this is what the identity, what I have created, and the identity that everybody believes that I am. But if you don't believe in that identity, you don't have to be there. And remember that we grow. And so that identity grows too. And that we have that opportunity to be true to ourselves. Follow that intuitive voice, regardless if it's a job title or a position or a gender preference. Just in your day-to-day, are you being true to you? Are you saying yes when you really want to say no? Are you not holding the boundaries? Give yourself permission to be true to you, because that is where your divine self sparks. And until next time, namaste.